Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious Bolognese sauce. This recipe here has been requested quite a few times through subscribers, and I'm more than happy to show off this recipe. And don't forget, if there's any recipes that you'd like to see me make, just leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to make them. The ingredients that we're going to use for this recipe is 500 grams of beef mince, 500 grams of pork mince, 3 brown onions diced, 1.2 kilos of diced tomatoes, 200 grams of sun-dried tomatoes, 6 grams of freshly chopped oregano, 8 rashers of streaky bacon, 300 milliliters of red wine, 3 sprigs of fresh rosemary chopped up, 4 cloves of garlic diced, 10 grams of basil chopped, and 3 carrots diced. To start this bolognese, we're going to bring a large pot to a high heat. We're going to add 2 tablespoons worth of olive oil and allow the olive oil to heat up. Whilst the olive oil is heating up, we're going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees on fan forced. Now that our oil is nice and hot, we're going to add our 8 rashers of streaky bacon. Going to fry this off just for 1 minute, just so the bacon can release its fat. Now that our bacon has released its fat, we're going to add our 3 diced carrots, the 4 cloves of garlic, the 3 brown onions, the 3 sprigs of rosemary, and our 6 grams of oregano. Then going to stir that around. And now we're going to cook this on a high heat for about 8 minutes, just until it's softened. Now that that's been 8 minutes and this is nice and softened, I'm going to add the 500 grams of beef mince and the 500 grams of pork mince. I'm going to break this in and stir this through, and we're going to lightly brown this off. Now we're going to add our red wine. And what the red wine does is brings richness to the dish and also deglazes the pan, bringing all of the flavours stuck at the bottom back into the dish. We're now going to bring this to a boil and cook it for 5 minutes. Now that that's been at a boil for 5 minutes, I'm going to add our 200 grams of semi-dried tomatoes, our 10 grams of chopped basil, and our 1.2 kilos of diced tomatoes. Just going to mix all of that through. Put a nice big pinch of salt and about 10 cracks of black pepper. And we will need to season this more as it progresses. Now we're going to bring this back up to a boil, chuck a lid on it and put it in the oven for half an hour. And after the half an hour's up, we're going to bring it out, give it a stir around, check it for seasoning, and then put it back into the oven for half an hour. And now that it's back up to a boil, it's ready for the oven. After half an hour of being in the oven, just going to give it a nice little stir around. Give it a try just to see the seasoning level. Just going to add 1 more big pinch of salt and about 10 more cracks of black pepper. And the seasoning's mainly to your taste. Just going to stir that back through, chuck the lid on it and put it straight back in the oven for half an hour more. Now 15 minutes before the bolognese is ready to come out of the oven, I'm going to put my spaghetti on. I'm going to bring a large pot of water to a boil. I'm going to add a nice pinch of salt And what the salt does is helps the water maintain its boiling point. Now that our pot has come to a boil, I'm going to add 100 grams of spaghetti. I'm only cooking one serve here, but if you want to add more, just double what I've added. I'm now going to allow this to cook for 8 minutes, moving it around every now and again, just so it doesn't get stuck. Now that that's been 8 minutes, I'm going to drain this off and get our bolognese out of the oven. And just look at that. I'm just going to mix all of those flavours through. And that looks perfect. And I've made enough bolognese mix here to serve 6 to 8 people. And what I've done here is put the spaghetti in a bowl, and I'm going to spoon 1 serving of bolognese on top of it and mix that through. And this is optional, you really don't have to do this. I'm just doing this because I'm only getting 1 serving out of this right now, and I'm going to save the rest for tomorrow. Just going to pop this out the way and mix that through. And that looks so good. And now it's time to serve up. Just going to add a few cracks of black pepper to this, some Parmesan cheese, and a nice little bit of basil on top. And there it is, beautiful, delicious bolognese. This recipe does take a while, but it's well worth the wait, and you'll definitely impress your friends and family with this. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I was able to teach you something. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. And if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment and share to all your friends and family. And if there's any recipes that you'd like to see me make, please leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to make them. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.